Hi friends. CQRS command query responsibility segregation is a design pattern that separates the read and write operations of your application. It's beneficial when you want to optimize read and write independently, especially in application where read and write overloads different significantly. Here I'm going to show a simple beginner friendly example how to implement CQRS design pattern. Here we are developing a product application where we can write a new product, means we are going to create a new product, and we are getting those product lists which are already created. For this, I am using Mediator. So first of all, we need to add Mediator from NuGet package manager. Here I have already added in my application AutoMapper and Mediator. Now I'm using clean architecture where I have created this application which contain commands, command handler. I have created a mapper, query and query handler. We have a domain where I have written the models like product model I have. So I need to create this product entity into database. So first of all, I have in application, I have to write a command. So I have created this create command where I have created a record with these fields, and I have used I request, and the return type is int. Now, if there is a command, we have to give its implementation. So I have created this command handler where I have request handler, implemented request handler, which take create product command. Okay, where's the create product command? Here is the create product command, which contain these four fields: name, description, price, and stock. So whenever this handler hits, it's come up with these properties, and int is the return type. Here I am using DB context, product DB context, which I have defined in infrastructure. Here I have defined product DB context, and this is our class product. Now here there is a handler which takes, let me expand this, which take this create command, create product command as an input. Okay, and we have a product object in which we are populating all the properties of request. And now I have added this product into context class, and now I have saved that one. Okay, so what we are doing, we have created models, we have created command, we have created command handler. Now we need to write a method, okay, controller method for creating. Here I have created, so from where I'm getting this create product command is from body. Okay, I have used mediator. Okay, here I have used mediator, and this mediator I am not mentioning what we are going to call. We just write send and pass the command. What type of command? Create product command. So it will go to create product command, and where is its implementation? Okay, its implementation is in create command handler. So it comes here with create command properties, it populate and the save changes from here. Okay, let's check, run it and test. Here I have this API products post method. Let's try. And my product name is product underscore B, and this is product B. Okay, let's price is 500 and quantity is something like 100. Okay, so now I'm going to execute this one. And let's see what we are getting. We are getting success 200, and id is 302, means product id is 302 we are getting. Okay, now let's go to query. We want to fetch that particular record which we have entered. So for that, since we are working on fetching data, so we need to write command sorry, query. So here I have written get all product query, okay, and it will return list of product, okay. I request is, this is the return type we mention here. So I list product, okay, so it will return this, and I have to write its handler. So here I have written handler. So I request handler, input type is this one and output type is this one. This list of product is the output type, and it is expecting get all product query as an input. And here's the handler, and with the help of db context I'm getting this product list, okay. And come to the controller. Here I have written another controller called get out products, and in get all products we are just creating a query with get all product query. This is same get all product query, okay, and I'm passing this get all product query to the mediator. So mediator will call mediator.send query, and this will return actually whatever be the data. It will get two products, and from here we are passing this to this method as a return type, okay. Now let us run this one and let's see whether we are able to get those product underscore b or not. So this is Swagger. We have products get method. Let us try execute. It is taking time because it need to take data from database. So here we have many data. Let us check whether we have actually product underscore b. This is a product b, and 500 is the price and 100 is uh, stock. So we come to know that okay, we have to write commands. Okay, we have to write commands. We have to write query command when we want to update some record, we want to delete some record, we want to insert some record. For those things, we need to write command, and query for fetching the records. We need to write query. So, the main benefit of using CQRS, first one we can say separation of concern, because write logic commands are separated from read logic queries. Second one is scalability. You can optimize read and write operation independently. Third one is called code maintainability. Clear structure and division of responsibility. Here we have already seen. Thank you.